Alright there everybody, welcome back to my streams. How have you all been? So I fucked up, the game froze, so I had to restart, so we'll be continuing where we left off. So hope you all enjoy the show, like always. Okay, got that. I need that's the final clue. Oh yeah, I think I remember now. Right. Please don't break again, fucking game.
Did you know your good friend Mr. Crosby will play?
Remarkable, good remarkable shotgun. Need that shotgun.
I said stay away, sir! Watch yourselves! Here's one of them! Murdering bastard!
Glass vial.
Turn around, sir. Dive!
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
So now get up to the second floor, which is here, and find the remarkable shotgun. Oh, good. Oh, good double-barreled shotgun. Bow, axe. Yep. Good. Saber. 140, 106. Common axe. Common axe is located in the sewers. Okay. Remarkable saber is this thing. Okay, everything else is for killing characters. Yep. So it's clean here, it's good here, it's good here, it's good here. So now report to Lord Redgrave about Doris Fletcher, and then we should be able to unlock the next section.
Women's right to vote is only the first step. Equality between men and women.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characters are on the other side.
For as long as I've been a member, I've never seen so few vampires attending the club nights.
Done.
Always a pleasure to see you, sir.
That's the basement.
I must admit the Guard of Prewen impressed me. They must have spent years preparing their plan.
Oh, she's here. Right outside.
I have a boat ready to go whenever I want. These hunters won't catch me.
Jesus Christ, the vampires are not as intimidating in this game. They're afraid of being killed. I thought they would be.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Now, you. Why are you here?
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Okay.
We'll
Anything
talk
else?
later, Jonathan.
Okay. Lord Finney.
Rumors say 2 cases of infection have been reported in Buckingham Palace. Good thing the king is not there. Lord Redgrave is outside almost every night coordinating our defenses. Such an example. I know we're facing a crisis, but I'm shocked no one took the time to clean up the mess inside the club since we were attacked.
Redgrave's here. Blood William Marshall. Let's leave.
I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hands as he tried to escape the club. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Have a drink and enjoy this night, for it was our last. I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign econs. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
Right. Okay, let's just check again. Healthy, stable but healed, sanitized, serious, but sleep for a night should be fine.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
Okay, there's no hint, so...
I did my best.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Econ he deserves to be.
Let's try this one.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Are you questioning my orders?
No. It's just... I'm not sure I'm ready to have another progeny after what happened with my sister.
The rebirth of Aloysius Dawson is a necessary step.
Yes, oldest man, I'm back. The game crashed. So I had to... Yeah, it froze. So I just had to quit it and restart the entire thing. Glad you're also back.
It's been our campaign to ensure the safety of London.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed.
Except he doesn't listen.
Especially
He's a progeny.
now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
It's not worth it.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
200?
Understandably, you have questions.
Okay.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Temple Church. Oops, nothing there. Oh, there you are.
Have you heard the rumors of some horned vampire revealing himself and singing obscure songs around the city? What is this new malevolence?
A new ancient.
We repelled the intruders for now. But how long before they return?
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
Yeah, why do it?
I won't do it. The very thought of it makes me sick.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
So he did serve under William Marshall, but he was not created by William Marshall. Was not turned into a vampire by William Marshall. And so that's why he's of a lesser lineage, and which is why some lesser lineages can only create scowls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor soul survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Let the informer, truth about Redgrave, he did serve as a squire, but was created by a lesser vampire, and he pretends he's created by William Marshall.
Why?
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Right.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Let him die.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
For as long as I've been a member, I've never seen so few vampires attending the club nights.
So that means I got to, before meeting Lucy, speak to Caroline Price. Let me think. Once I reached the next section, I got 7 characters to talk to investigate them. And then, because once I kill Aloysius Dawson, I will get level 5 mesmerized, and then I can use that to kill the
It looks like
whole
vampires
district.
have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Mendel's law, one generation to another. Law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independence, assortment. Powers pass from one generation to another. Okay. Temple Garden. But what's the sewers down that way then?
It's locked. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
Hey, oldest man, are you still around? If you are still around, talk to me. Okay, good, you're still there. The pink stick. How's your day been so far? You are from the US, aren't you? I've just been looking, trying to follow the dialogue so far. Ah, okay. Well, you're in luck, because previously when I had to restart the game, I literally was just skipping through dialogue. Because everything is recorded, so it doesn't matter. But now, since this part, I have not recorded this part yet, I will leave the dialogue to flow. Rat.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, okay. Come up here. There's nothing there. If I remember correctly, oldest man, you have not played this game, is that correct? It sounds like you're pretty close to the end, right? It sounds like you're getting ready to portray those guys. Yeah. I am about 2/3 of the way, I believe. This is chapter 4. I finished this chapter. There's 2 more chapters, 5 and 6. But chapter 6 is almost like an epilogue. Chapter 5 is about 4 separate individual parts within 4 separate missions. And also, the Ascalon Club. You haven't played it, right? And also, the Ascalon Club doesn't really play much of a difference in the game. Like, if it was a free roaming game, of course it has its benefits, but this is not exactly a, like, the true free roam open world game.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's only here for story reasons, the Ascalon Club. Nothing much. There's no benefits to joining it. Well, yeah. You can choose to turn Aloysius or kill him. And there's really not much difference. They just hate you, or they like you. That's all. And I've just been saving the XP until I get level 5 mesmerization. I can kill it with the whole district in one swoop. Oh, Shadow.
Win this, stupid newborn.
Okay, heal.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Okay, this way. So the sewer's here. So now, here we have to look for... Ah, okay. Ah, interesting question. A progeny is basically a trueborn, essentially. Like how, in this universe, vampires are created. There's the natural born vampires. And then they let the ones who they want to become a vampire drink their blood. Once they drink their blood, 3 things happen. They can either become a vampire, inheriting some abilities of their maker. And that becomes a father or son, or like a parental relationship, you could say. Like that, the father to the son, the mother to the daughter, all that. Then you have the Scows, which are... No, wait, before that one. Then you have dead. They die. They can't stand the transformation. Literally, their blood boils, and they just kind of like all the arteries and blood within the person who wants to become a vampire explodes and dies. The person, yep. Then you have the third part, which is a Scow. A Scow is essentially, they successfully turned into an immortal, but they are a very deformed version. Like, they don't look human. They look like mutated monsters. Some are still humanoid enough, like the things that you see, those enemies that were attacking me previously, like the screaming ones, like rah, rah, and they just kind of vomit. Those are Scows, basically deformed vampires. Some have regressed to losing all sense of intelligence, that become just mindless monsters, or they can retain some level of sanity. And let me just check my collection. And in this game universe, there's another species of vampires called Volcods, which they are essentially werewolves in this game's universe. They are big, hulking, and more ferocious, and act more beastly. Nothing here. hate those boxes that look that they say they have something in, but they have nothing to show that you have got that something. Right. No need to heal. Okay, that looks like a battle arena.
Die, newborn.
What? Leon Augustine. Who is Leon Augustine? They gave him a name. Oh. 1,500. Oh, come on.
No one.
Almost there. Gotcha. The violence of Volcoids. And nothing here. Ammo, nothing here. Nothing here. That's the correct pathway, and what is this way? I'll just check here first. Nothing here. Nothing here. Is that a body? No, there is literally nothing here. Let's try this way. Wish there was a map. Or at least like a more detailed map of what's under here and all that. I feel like this is for a chase sequence. I remember there being a semi-chase sequence. So, violence of Volcoids. Volcoids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. So it looks like I've got to open the pathway. But what's up the other end here? There has to be a door. Oh. Scene in the bar. Dancing trout.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Right, unlock the door.
I have this first.
Well, there are three options. You can save him, or like he's dying already. There are three options you can do. You can choose to turn him into a vampire, of which he causes the entire district to fall sick. Oh wait, you're a subscriber here. You're a Rumble subscriber, so yep, you don't see any ads. Yep, so you can still hear me. Yep. You turn him into a vampire. It's the worst choice. Everyone gets sick. It just drops the health status of the entire district down to very low, like borderline almost dying. You can eat. If you can kill him, of which you absorb all his XP. If you unlock all the hints for him. If you unlock both hints for him, you will open up another path where you can influence him to die. Just like charm him, say your life is over. Live, like, do good in this world before dying. Just make him have some semblance of peace before passing peacefully.
Blood.
So this is not the way. If I open... That raises the water level. The door has been unlocked. What? Oh, that's just dropping the water level. Is that it? That's called a puzzle? I don't exactly a puzzle, that's just more of a nuisance. Oh! Holy God. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Damn it. I need more fast left. Come on. I would definitely show you different dialogue choices and everything if they had a manual autosave load. But no, this game only functions in a damn straight line, so it's a little bit more annoying. Right. I've unlocked the door this way. I can't teleport up there. Looks like I'm trying to raise... Oh no. There is a save feature. It's auto-save. The thing is, if I quit now and load the game back in, I will load back to this spot right here. Or 90% of the time, you'll load back to that spot or like a slightly earlier spot where the autosave happened. But at the main menu, there are 3 profiles. You click one profile, then you can only continue game from that profile. You can't go like load game, search which individual save point you want to load to. There's none of that. It just auto saves everything. I'm to get up there. Yeah, so I dropped the bridge down a little. Nope, you can't open it. Oh! Oh, a new follower from Ocean Midnight 001 on PlayStation. Yeah. Hey, oldest man, speaking of which, how did you find me? Yeah. This way. Lots of rats here.
Disgusting arsehole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
How dare you interfere with my hunt?
I saw your screen playing Vampire while I was browsing. Oh, okay, so were you specifically looking at Vampire, or were you looking at something else? And I wanted to recognize the game and I wanted to see what it was like. Oh, okay, I see. I'm pretty sure I told you this, but the combat is really clunky. Everything's good aside from the save feature and the clunky Dark Souls combat. Yes, meow.
How long are you gonna keep me locked here?
Recent diary. Arrived in London, sad and despair. Nothing to find a willing to escape. I cannot research. Soon I won't be hurt. The cell is real. I'll find the appropriate kid to bring her in. Beautiful, nice temper. Having a drink of water, don't worry. Tested my persuasion. You most of the time, but I don't want much. She's quite charming, but I just talk about. He has scars of his beauty. has been killed. The doctor will make her a vampire. Lots of corpses. Oh, that's nasty.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Oh, heck. Can't heal her now. 3.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Okay. Saved. Now. So, I have to sleep the night off to get her to come back.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Lots of rats. Tasty, tasty, tasty rats.
I have this thirst for blood.
The rats only give you, they don't heal you. Like, no, if you use your bite attack in combat, they will heal your HP while giving you more blood in your blood absorption. Whereas the rats don't do that. The rats only give you blood, of which you can use to heal, but they give you very little. But the rats always respawn, so that's alright. Caroline Price, Charles Jerome's Albright. Need to speak to them, okay? So once I open up this pathway, I won't go to Aloysius Dawson just yet. I'll speak to everybody, look around, search the place, open up all the shortcuts. Once I kill Aloysius, a fountain of life. By the sword you die. And the next mission is to fight McCullen. Temple Church. Unlock the shortcut. She is sick, but I can't do anything. I can give those back to him. Okay, that is where you can run around. Twins.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Need to spy on those two.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness.
but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
Oh. Agamemnon.
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Jesus Christ, I still don't understand this guy. For round 4, he's healthy?
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you?
Yes.
That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Okay, that's one hint.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore, now that I've seen its true face.
I don't recognize it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity. And I am not talking about the criminality these days.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
That's 2 hints.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Speak to you.
Hello again.
Nothing here.
Goodbye for...
So... We're at Aloysius Dawson's house. Don't go that way just yet. Or is it here? I came up from this way.
Seems violence and madness are now contagious.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are, and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Oh. Any specific responses? Aloysius Dawson.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
Interesting choice. I've noticed nothing odd. Virgil Bencher. Let's try this one.
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with a civilian, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police.
Scotland Yard.
Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
What are you...
I have a missing woman.
Tell me about...
She's a waitress. Her father...
Do you have...
No.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Okay. This way leads to that way. This one goes around. I'm pretty sure this is where Aloysius Dawson's mansion is. I need to peek at these two. I need to peek at those two up there.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes. A very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Have you no...
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
The Spanish flu, oldest man.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you.
Dr. Reed!
Perhaps you should talk to someone else instead.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed! I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Oh.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's not much. It doesn't really mean much. It's just, because Aloysius Dawson, as was stated here, his twin brother died in a plane crash. Ever since then, he's been very scared of death. So he's trying to seek the occult and the supernatural books to help him figure out, like, to learn about it so he can be immortal. The book doesn't really matter, it's just for context. He just wants to learn about vampirism, immortality, that's all.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price?
I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
No hints.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
Anything here? There's an aluminium shard. I almost got 3 Ks of shillings. A chateau tree. These 2.
Dr. Reed, I am glad.
The Spanish flu is not the only hidden killer around here.
Right. Yeah, I figured. That is Aloysius Dawson's house. Nothing here. Okay. Okay, that's Aloysius Dawson's house right there. I'm gonna unlock the shortcut here. Oh, nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, I opened the way back to Whitechapel. No need to go that way just yet. Come up this way. Okay, they go this way. Okay, I see. Oh, no. Rat. There's nothing there. But there is a safe house here. That's the back door. No, get up there. Nothing here. Nothing here. Shillings. Refill my ammo. Now let's ward. Yep. So let's just. Okay. should be fine. Let's go meet Usher Talltree. Usher Talltree is down that way. Yep, Usher Talltree's down this way. Right, I've unlocked the shortcut now. So I'll talk to Usher Talltree, get the side quest from him, then go back and complete to Clarence. Report to Clarence. This is a puzzle to get sword in here. Of lost knowledge. Let me just get rid of that. The crime of lost knowledge. So 3 more.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me?
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson? Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Hermetic Order, okay.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen. Who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Fuck. No.
Perhaps later. How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
All right.
The walls of your...
I would rather... How do you...
I told you.
Is it possible to...
Vampires...
I would rather not know.
Okay.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain. If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires accept their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Okay.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
Okay. Okay, Usher Toltree's book. It has the hint, but if you read it, you lose. You get the hint, but you won't get the collectible that allows you to get the other weapon that is required for the trophy. So there's a small exploit where if you read the book after you tell him that you have not read it when you give it back to him, you will get the hint and the collectible.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie.
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
You need some rest.
Support the equality between...
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to...
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been...
There's a dialogue back here. Looks like I'll go learn...
It ain't human! Kill it! Easy done it, boys. Oh, no. Away with you!
I will return at a more convenient time. I cannot enter.
Whoa.
It's locked, all right.
So, this side quest, where is it exactly located? Science without conscience. Fountain of life? Oh, okay.
It's locked.
Cross the lead, boys! I'll kill you! Prepare for this!
Damn it, I can't go through this damn door.
I'll kill you!
Okay.
What news, Jonathan? I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
How's the situation at the Pembroke?
We're still holding out. Question is, for how long? What we really need is hope, Jonathan. Hope for a better tomorrow.
Have you seen Lady Ashbury recently?
Yes, she popped in yesterday. Told me about your new friends in the West End.
Just a courtesy visit, then?
Yes. And no. She was en route to the docks, I think. Following a lead concerning your maker.
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress. Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do tell me more.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull, almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, it reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. They called them Icors.
Icors.
I'll come back later. Thank you, Edgar.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Icors. Okay, so I can't access Usher Talltree's side quest until I kill Aloysius Dawson. So here everybody is healthy. It's serious, but it's healthy. Same here. Same here. I just need to sleep it off for the night. Wait, let's check Aloysius. 6,000. 6,000 from him base after getting over hints. Maxing potential. He's 6,000 base. She is 4,000 after all the hints. He is 2,000 after both hints. Really? Only 2,000. God, he is worth less. Okay, so time to kill Aloysius Dawson. Hostile Western. I'd rather avoid a conflict. If you choose to let him die normally, like convince him to accept his death, he will die, but he will use all his fortune to help the sick. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him because I've already said this before. I have already played this game once on a kill nobody playthrough. Dawson, the only way to save him, the only way to save Dawson is to turn him into a vampire, but in doing so, you'd cause the entire district to become more ill, where everyone could just die. So the best option here is actually to tell him to embrace his death. After he dies, like, you still get the trophy for completing the game without actually embracing people. Embrace is where you actually mesmerize them, take them to the back corner, and eat them. The trophy is to finish the game without embracing anybody. But for the best outcome is to let Dawson die. So this playthrough, I'm just gonna eat him. After I eat him, my mesmerization level will be level 5. Then I will go back to probably the docks and eat everyone there. Then move over to Whitechapel. So far, I've eaten all of the pillar characters. But before that, let's see if I can get the hints just by staring at them long enough. How much shillings do I have? Nearly not 3k. Try to buy as much as I can. Come on, all I have to do is go around the corner, talk to each other while I eavesdrop them. Yep, here it is.
We should be far from town already. All right, but where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange, and we are alive. For now, yes, but for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
The Spanish flu is not the only hidden killer around here.
Good evening.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when...
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic, or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Both can be disastrous. and a combination of the two merely increases their potency.
And what if they were just a sign of worse disasters to come? Something of biblical proportions, I wonder.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Oh, hello there, Immaculada. Hi, how are you? I'm from Spain, and I've gone to see you because I like this game and also how you play. Okay, so you were watching of how I play this game? Oh, welcome, though. Welcome.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave.
Want to leave? Something's with a situation. Opposite explanations. Complete mystery. Yes, they are absolute complete mystery.
What's wrong with that?
Strange man.
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling. To be where I belong. The world has to be
nice to meet you too.
Chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Okay,
goodbye, Mr. Baker.
So I'll kill him later. Next person to die. Have you played this game before, Immaculada?
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Australia.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
Inma, okay. Okay, I'll call you that.
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
I know one thing. I do not understand.
So have you played this game?
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
If you've finally managed to leave London,
yep.
Where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left. And I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
So now, time to go kill Aloysius Dawson. So Inma, have you played this game before? On a good ending, unlike the best ending, letting Aloysius Dawson die by natural causes is the best option. Turning him into a vampire is the worst option, and just a killing spree, just kill him, no harm, no foul.
It's not a place for you, sir.
Watch out!
Fuck, I hate these guys. These guys do not have a cooldown. North of Spain. The community of Galicia. Okay. Is that in a particular city, or is Galicia the region or the city? Come on. Here. Okay, you can't go that way. Oh, that way leads out that way. Okay, no need to go there. Nothing here. So yep, just let me check something. So Emma, have you, as I said before, have you played this game? What was it? Fountain of Life. It is a town, but I have the city 20 minutes away and I go there to go to the beach. Oh, okay. Aloysius Dawson. Nothing here. Press it too many times, the game will break and freeze. God damn it. It's not really optimized well. Or just not as good with the bug cleaning. Nothing here. So what time is it for you now, Inma? Morning, night, and what time?
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Well, even if you make him your progeny, it makes no difference. He says he found a way to block you from controlling him. All he wanted was just to have the powerful blood of a vampire, of specifically you. He only wants your blood, like the more powerful version. Okay, so that way. Might as well loot the place. Nothing here. Now go upstairs. Yes, here. he is downstairs. Oh, but the birth rate has grown. Lol. Loot that. Nothing here. Grab this. Nothing. Nothing. Money. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, newspaper.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
That's downstairs. Nothing here. Where is it?
It's locked, all right.
There is one safe here that is locked. Whoa, more people. Welcome in, everybody. Is it because of... Has my Discord notification gone off? Yes, it's gone off. Allow me just to reactivate that. And people, there is an ad coming in 3 minutes time. Oh, it's the DLC in Ima. I bought the DLC. It came with one outfit and 2 weapons. 1 gun, 1 sword. He's right behind there. Nothing there. Next ad is coming in 3 minutes. I will snooze it just to extend some time so we can finish watching the cutscene of him eating the guy before I do.
It's locked.
Locked. Before I go off on the ad break. There should be 1 chest over there. I found 2 chests so far. Yep, time to kill you.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all...
Okay, yeah, that's 2 hits, good.
I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Oh, thank you, thank you. This is like the 3rd time somebody has complimented my voice. Hermetic order. Hint, hint.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself.
And stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Bite him that he, the Lord, is... Okay? Yeah, I know, I will bite him. Hey, oldest man, you still there?
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Yeah, but you might be here.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Now, let's see. More.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Time to die. Right now he has white pupils, red eyes. Charm, forget your fear of dying. You sacrifice 2000 XP to make him a vampire. This one you just charm him to die, but he will in turn use his fortune before he dies to heal the entire district of sickness. There will be no sickness of any people, of any NPCs for a couple days. No need to turn. You waste XP, and it's actually worse. Everyone will get sick. I will kill him. So I will embrace. I will kill you. Embrace him to get what I need. And 2000 XP. I will kill you.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now.
rest now. Forever.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
Oh. 2000 XP. Mesmerization level 5. First key. Ew. Third key. Ah, okay, here it is. Okay, the ad is about to start. So I will just go on a quick break. I will run a 1 minute 30-second ad for you. Since you're not you're not a subscriber, you will see the ad. So I hope you don't mind. I'll just run it, and while I go take a really quick break. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I am back. You're going to stay until 3 in the afternoon, but what time is it right now for you? Third key, medicine. I don't think Sean Hampton had any dying words. Second key is blood samples. He's dead. Yeah, Sean Hampton doesn't have any dying words. Aloysius Dawson has dying words. Dorothy Crane has dying words. Oh god.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your hearts will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
By the sword you die.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
Inma, what time is it for you? Verificada. Verificada. So, oldest man, do you like what you see? I bit him. I chose for him to die. Pikachu, I choose you to die. Embraced. Oh, I forgot to peek at these two.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Wait, before that, what are you gonna buy this on? Because right now I'm playing on PS4, and it is still very buggy. I cannot vouch for the PC or the Xbox version, though I believe they are gonna be buggy as hell. Like same style of bugginess. Buggy, prone to crash, and clunkiness.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Lady Ashbury? You know her?
Oh, okay.
Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago.
Okay, to answer your question, there are 4 endings. No, there are 4 endings. There is the best ending, which is where you kill nobody and save London. You don't let any districts fall into hostile status. That's where everybody is healthy. You have the good ending, which is you kill only a couple, but the London does not fall into chaos. You have the bad ending, where you kill a lot more, and only like 1 or 2 districts is in hostile mode. And you have the worst ending, which is you kill everybody, all of London is dead. All districts are hostile towards you. So take your pick from that. I've already played through the game once on getting the best ending, and now I'm doing the worst ending.
Wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Also, oldest man, so just to answer your question again, with the which path do you recommend, I would say there are 3 profile slots you can make before you have to delete them and play again if you want to play before you have to delete some to play again, because there's only 3 maximum. I would say play it like this. The first one, just play at your own pace, kill whoever you need to, save whoever you can to get the whatever ending you get, and then the next playthrough go for the next 2 playthroughs for the 2 profiles would be try the save everyone or the kill everyone. Take your pick from that.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the Sewer Skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her we need to talk.
In the end, is this not what we all need? Go now and take care, young Ekon.
Okay.
For the flames are rising.
Okay. Reach the Pembroke, where you have to try and... No, wait, that's where you fight McCullen. Level 5 now. I can go to the hideout because now I have level 5. I can end an entire district. Wait, what level is McCullen? I'm level 29 right now, he's level 33. Well... time to level up. Level 10... Level 10. Level 10. Bite. Life regeneration. Blood bag. Okay, that's moving enough. Level 32, one level under. All I need to level up now is the bites and these two. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, everybody's sick. Fine. Healthy. Fine. Okay, first up what I need to do now is cure everybody here, then I go to the docks where I cure Booth Digby, then I go to Pembroke. Church sitting music. Okay, the eye color is still the same. Okay, so that's the maximum blood bag level. Not a lot. Now, this way. Go into West End. Alright, forgot to peek at these two. Wait. Both brothers are sick, she's sick, including the doctor is sick and her. Okay.
But they will not be forgotten. Dr. Reed.
Have you recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I just heard he finally died. We all have to go one day, do we not, Dr. Reed?
What are you...
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home. What are you...
Well...
I don't...
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is not an efficient deterrent. I sometimes think it pushes criminals to more violence, since they know they have nothing to lose.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Inma, what time is it for you?
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
Do you need...
I'm afraid I may have caught something. I don't feel too well.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Okay. Got him. Need to talk to her. Spy on these two.
Good evening. Do you need my...
I'm afraid I do. I knew we should have left London.
I don't want to appear tactless, but you're risking your health by remaining outside at this hour of night.
Says the doctor who also works outside at night. But as always, the imprudent person enjoys the company of their fellows.
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard he's dead. I hope he found his twin brother, wherever they are now.
You knew Aloysius's twin brother?
Yes. I think we were even together in the Gemini Club for a time. A somewhat secret society that only accepts twins as members.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Hello again.
Have you...
I try not to listen to gossip or rumors. Unlike my brother, I am only interested in facts.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Indeed. I've never been good at explaining my feelings, but I can tell when my body is hurting me.
You have nothing to be worried about. You should recover by taking this.
Sounds so easy to fight disease. Too bad it's not the same making people smile again.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Now, gotta watch those two. Okay, so you have 20 minutes before you have 20 minutes before you go and get something to eat.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
Right.
It's locked, all right.
I hope...
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
But since it is the weekend, you eat later. How late?
What is your opinion of Aloysius Dawson?
He was a lonely man who died a lonely death in his big mansion. Life has no meaning without love and family.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what?
Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How
Yep. Mental
dare
disorder.
you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy. Not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
If no one stops you, you will kill her. You will keep on torturing her out of smothering love until she breaks or you hurt her too much.
How dare you? I carried Carol inside of me for 9 months. You men can't understand the bond between a mother and her child. I could kill for her.
Fatigue.
Do you need my medical attention, Miss Price?
Oh yes, I feel so oppressed.
Normal for people who come to work
feeble
in the afternoon shift that we start at 8. We can eat at 1. Oh, okay.
I'm just doing my job.
Perhaps. But I have always been grateful for your concern,
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you
Because... Okay, bloody hell, why the hell is she not moving? I can't kill her then. Alright, she's coming back up.
I am sorry,
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people say...
I suspect you've heard...
No, what happened to him? I don't read newspapers. A mother always told me it's a bad thing to listen to gossip.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up...
Is it hot here in Australia?
I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Right now, it's... Where I live, it's cold in the morning, but warm in the afternoon. And it's okay at nighttime. Like, still chilly,
you need
but
to
okay.
understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
You have always been in danger, Carol. And I'm afraid the situation will only get worse. Your mother is capable of killing her own daughter.
No. My mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Where is she?
Goodbye, Carol.
She's not that way. Usher Tawdry never gets sick. Oh god.
You London vampires are so weak! You cannot win this! This is my territory! You're bleeding!
Head off now. Thanks for the stream, man. It was very enjoyable. And also for you, Emma, it's fine. You can ask. It's fine. It's not bothersome. Need somebody to talk to anyway. More talk, more better. And ads coming in 2 minutes. Please be prepared. Oh god, chaplains.
Better go. We will crush this beast! Stupid beast! The beast must die! No rest for the wicked! Take its head!
Where is everybody? Ah.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Alright, the ad is about to start soon. We have about 1 minute delay.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London. Throughout the country, even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Bloody hell.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise, he used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but I...
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
What are her hints?
Do you need my medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
I have no doubt about it, but I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then, but please leave me alone for now.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
It's always been your house, Dad, not mine.
The night is so peaceful. Good evening.
Have you any news?
I will never see him again in my shop, it seems. I did not realize how much his health had deteriorated. In the end, not even money can protect you from death.
Do you need medical?
You would save my life, Dr. Reed. I have not felt so bad in many.
Don't worry. There is nothing serious to fear. I have seen far worse, I can assure you.
I cannot imagine the pain these people must face then. You have my gratitude, Doctor. This disease has ruined my appetite.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time.
I'm so sorry.
What happened, John?
11:01 p.m.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is...
You think...
I don't blame you.
I wish I could stay here and take care of you. But I'm involved in some terrible things. And I don't want to put you in any danger.
You don't have to apologize to me.
Have I changed that?
You are still...
Do you need...
Oh, you know I always refused to let you listen to my chest, son. It always seemed awkward, even when I felt ill.
I think you should take this. You'll feel better.
I'm not sure I'll ever feel better, but thank you, my son.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye. Mary?
Okay, let's see. Fatigue. Headache, headache. 2 headaches, 1 fatigue. Three headaches, 2 fatigue. 4 headaches, 2 fatigue. 5 headaches, 2 fatigue. And 1 cold. Inma, did you hear me? 11:03. Alright, I just go back at the hint, then come back this way while healing everybody, then go to the docks. Yeah, true. Feel the wrath of my pimp stick. Oh, here it is.
Maybe there's a way to break into this house. There has been a fight here. I can see a blood trail. Left by one of the antagonists, perhaps?
Oh, okay.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale.
Can I help you, Dr. Reed?
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
Last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But he always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Okay, ask.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah, that was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Goodbye, Mr.
So, dun, Kimura and the two families. Oh, there's just that flashing.
Good evening.
I won't.
Have you...
He was aware of many things, many secrets. It's obvious a vampire assassin must have got to him. He knew too much.
Do you need medic...
It's a little... What? I hope we...
You need some...
London has brought so much pain to me. I don't...
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you...
Poor man. To die rich and alone, that was my plan for years. Money was the only currency I valued. Now I've started to realize it's not a life worth living.
Do you need med...
Don't believe that I'm the kind of man with a...
There is no need to be ashamed. We are all equally vulnerable to this disease.
Yes. I know now life is as precious as it is fragile.
What? The water in the battery. In your country. Water in the battery?
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura.
What do you mean? I'm gonna have to look this up. I have no idea what you mean, Emma.
Hello, Venus.
Hello. You know that you are always welcome here. What do you need?
Do you need...
It would appear that old habits die hard, my dear. I would appreciate your help as always.
And I'm happy to give it to you, as always.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Goodbye for now.
What do you...
Have you any
It's not such a bad thing for rich people to remember that money can't protect them from disease and death.
Did Clarence recently show you documents that prove the existence of vampires?
Yes, he did. And he also told me you spent a few nights gathering research for him. Seriously, Jonathan. Why feed his obsession like that?
He's my friend. I thought it might help him rest, instead of going outside at night. Tell me, what are your thoughts about vampires?
Gibberish and poppycock. Dracula was a good book, but these documents were just mumbo-jumbo. I burnt them all as soon as Clarence went outside again.
Goodbye for now.
You know that you are always welcome
here. Time to head. Okay, everybody's healed here. No need for Whitechapel, Pembroke, Digby. So that means Digby is on the other side here, so that means I gotta go through Lady Ashbury, then come and jump over here. there.
Elizabeth, I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
What are you hiding? You went to the sewers. Did you speak with Harriet Jones?
Indeed, Jonathan. I seek the truth, just as you do.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
Aloysius Dawson is no more. I took care of him.
I imagine the Lord Redgrave was spitting teeth.
Ascalon has defrocked me and threatens to hound me from the city. This was, no doubt, inevitable.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
It is I, once again.
I'm all right, Jonathan. But find out what happened to dear Dr. Swansea. I fear for our friend.
Now go to the docks. Holy crap, that was weird. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sheffield?
Traitor!
Yeah, boy. Oh, you.
Seems under control. You again, wouldn't you?
Do you need me?
Yeah, I do.
So you can...
Fair enough.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Good evening.
Evening, Doctor.
Are you...
Not really.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Doctor...
Are you okay? I heard the hospital was attacked.
Yes. Can you believe it? Attacking a hospital of all places. Mindless savages.
Is anyone hurt?
No, but Dr. Swansea is missing. I believe they wanted money or drugs. Maybe these brutes will ask for a ransom.
Do you need an...
Yes, indeed. But don't worry.
I have no doubt about it, but you are still ill all the same. Please, take this medicine.
I appreciate your concern, Dr. Reed. To be honest, I just did not take the time to diagnose myself.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets. Good evening, Miss Halcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
Are you all right?
They were vampire hunters, and they were looking for me. Bless poor Dr. Swansea. They beat him, but he didn't say a word about me.
They hurt him, you say?
Yes, I hide in the shadows, but I've heard them.
What did they want?
They wanted Dr. Swansea to confess his guilt and admit to relations with blood drinkers.
Do you require my service?
My condition cannot be understood by...
Well, until the day science finally admits failure, please accept this little contribution.
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts are admirable, though laughable.
I'll leave you, Mistress of...
So, Ackroyd and Mortimer, healed, okay.
Good evening,
And good evening.
Do you need my med...
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in help.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Are you all right?
As far as I know, nobody's been hurt. But who were those men? Why attack Dr. Swansea?
What happened to him?
We don't know. They came in, they went out. In between those two events, Dr. Swansea went missing. Maybe he just went into hiding nearby.
Goodbye, Dr. Strick.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. No one has been hurt, as far as I know.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid I may...
You are not a...
And you have my...
I have to go now.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Always knew the words to calm. As I say, what a blundering idiot.
That's everybody healed. Okay.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood. McCullum and his thugs are taking the credit for Edgar's abduction. They really mean business.
Huh. Oh, this is below the Pembroke. Well, let's see. How much time do I have before I... How much time before I have before... No, how much time do I have before I reach the point of no return? guinea pig is the final mission. Looks like I'll save this for one final gameplay tomorrow. One more boss fight here, witnessed Edgar Swansea, then I go around killing everybody. Okay. Alright people, thanks for watching, hope you all enjoyed. I should be able to finish by tomorrow in a 4 to 5 hour stream of this game. All we have to do now is fight McCollum, save Edgar Swansea, and then do 2 more final bosses. So for now, I will end the stream here. Tomorrow, for the next stream, I will go down, fight the boss, save Swansea, and then proceed to kill everybody, turning London upside down. So, hope you all enjoy the show. Please remember to follow me on Twitch for more, and as always, hope you enjoy the show. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.